What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C4, now bringing you another Fantasy 15 video. Today we're looking at the top 5 fantasy running backs must for this upcoming 2015 fantasy football season. As always, guys, 50 likes for the new video to be uploaded. I know you guys can do it. You've been killing that like button, so keep it on. I'll always subscribe to the channel as well. We want 10,000 subs by the time Madden 16 comes out. I know we can also reach that goal. Big shout out to you guys, the subs. You guys have been unreal lately. Now looking in review at how we did when I was predicting the top 5 fantasy musts for 2014. At number 5, I had Eddie Lacy, which was the correct answer. He had 6 overall in fantasy scoring for running backs. Number 4, I had AP. Obviously that probably would have been a for sure thing, but he didn't play. Obviously, whipping the kid, but I personally think that was bullshit. So that's wrong. Number 3, we had Matt Forte, almost dead on. He finished 4th in total scoring, so that was a point. Number 2, we had LaShawn McCoy. Finished 12th in scoring. Trust me, as an Eagle fan, God, he's frustrated. Have fun with Buffalo. Just have fucking fun. And at number 1, we had Jamaal Charles, who's a little bit far off, but we're going to give us the old thumbs up there. He finished 7th in fantasy scoring. We did, 3 correct, 2 wrong. That's not too bad out of 5. But this time we're going 5 out of 5 for 2015. My number 5 running back going for this season is going to be Eddie Lacy, the Green Bay Packers. I'm projecting he'll have 1,200 rushing yards, 10 rushing touchdowns, 300 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. Obviously, I think big things are on the horizon for the Green Bay Packers offensively. I can see them setting all kinds of, not all kinds of, but I think they could be the most potent offense in the NFL this year. Obviously, re-signing Randall Cobb was massive. You already know Jordy Nelson, Aaron Rodgers, what it is. Offensive line's incredibly solid, so I think Eddie Lacy's poised to have another big year. Number 4, we have Le'Veon Bell. Would be much higher, but he has that 4-game suspension starting the beginning of the year. Absolutely beast in PPR, much like Matt Forte, probably the top 2 PPR running backs. I'm projecting 1,100 yards and 7 rushing touchdowns, 600 receiving yards and 3 receiving touchdowns, and that's still really, really solid for only being able to play 12 games this upcoming season. I'm not sure if he can even appeal it. I don't know if he has the ability to appeal. I haven't heard much about that. As someone in one of my leagues right now, I have the first overall pick. I know Le'Veon Bell was a strong consideration because of that first 4-game suspension. You don't want your first round pick, your first overall pick, more importantly, to be sitting on the bench for the first 4 weeks. There's just better options available, but still, number 4 rated running back is Le'Veon Bell. Number 3, we're going with Matt Forte of the Chicago Bears. For Matt Forte, I could see him slowing down a little bit, getting up there in age. But for pure PPR, this is number 3, will be divided for PPR. So number 3 PPR, Matt Forte, as I said, I think he's slowing down a little bit in age, but also he still fucking catches a lot of balls. That's just the way the offense goes. He's good for at least 60 receptions a year, which is 30 fantasy points in most standard leagues. I'm projecting 1,050 rushing yards, 6 rushing touchdowns, as well as 650 receiving yards and 4 receiving touchdowns. So that's my number 3 for a PPR. Number 3 overall, I'm going AP. You gotta go fucking Adrian Peterson. I think he's not number 1 just because I'm thinking, devil's advocate. Maybe that year off helped his body recover and he's going to come back better than ever, which I think will happen. But just to play it safe and in case he's a little bit rusty to start the season, I'll keep him at number 3. I think AP is going to be, that offense is still going to be relying heavily on AP, even though they have Teddy Bridgewater, who had a really, really nice rookie year. You got Mike Wallace, you got Cordarrelle Patterson, Jarius Wright, the Johnson dude. You got some good wide receivers there, Kyle Rudolph. It's still AP. It's still the AP show there. So I'm going to have, for Adrian Peterson, we'll say 1,200 rushing yards, 9 rushing touchdowns for AP. That's being generous. I could see him easily getting double-digit rushing touchdowns, but we'll keep it at that, and he's there at number 3 overall. Number 2, Jamaal Charles of the Kansas City Chiefs. For Jamaal Charles, obviously, he's their offense. Alex Smith is a game manager at best. It's anytime Kansas City has big gains, it's because of Jamaal Charles. He puts that team on his back, though, like he's a Greg Jennings. I'm projecting 1,300 rushing yards for Jamaal Charles, 8 rushing touchdowns to go along with 450 receiving yards and 5 receiving touchdowns. Like I said, he'll do a lot of work to get it in the red zone, and just because, maybe unless Travis Kelce really emerges. They always look screen passes in the red zone to Jamaal Charles. So Jamaal Charles is my number 2. Also pretty solid in PPR leagues. He has really, really solid hands. And just because even with Jerry Macklin there, a lot of targets will be going his way because Alex Smith loves to throw the checkdowns. And right now, as it is, the number 1 running back going into the 2015 year is going to be beast mode, Marshawn Lynch. I think the addition of Jimmy Graham is just going to free up more space for him to be able to work in the second level because God's got to compensate for Jimmy Graham. You always have the running, in people's back, in defenders' minds. Russell Wilson could also keep onto it. So just another, I don't know what the hell you would call it. I got a je ne sais quoi. Just another thing the defenders have to worry about. There we go. Then, as opposed to just feeding the ball to Beast, feeding the Beast up the middle. So for Marshawn Lynch, I have 1,200 rushing yards, 15 rushing touchdowns to go along with 300 receiving yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. Somewhat underrated as a receiver. A lot of people don't realize that he does catch a lot of balls and he can convert them into touchdowns. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 5 rated running backs going into this fantasy season. As always, let's get 50 likes on this video. I know you can do it. Subscribe to Beast Mode TV. We want 10,000 subs by the time Madden 16 comes out. And until next time, it's your boy C4 saying peace out.